It's fantastic to have the opportunity to speak to both of these dynamic entrepreneurs on stage together. So we get to know a little bit more about not only their vision for Byju's, but also their story. So let's start there. When did it all begin? And Byju's, what's the journey in taking this company and your vision from stadiums to smartphones? Because that's where it all began, isn't it, in stadiums?
I'll keep it short, but just to dramatize the story, I'll tell that I come from a small village, which is a fact. I went to a government school, forgot about finding good teachers. Finding teachers itself was a challenge, which forced me to become a teacher in my school itself. So I started teaching my school in my village, in my college, and continued with that love for math, learning math and teaching math, which ended up becoming business. Still in that pursuit of how to make it bigger, more importantly, better. Would want to believe somewhere in the very beginning of that journey, a long way to go before we'll even think of this as success.
But tell me, there are lots of interesting anecdotes from your journey. As you said, humble beginnings. You started teaching stadiums full of thousands of students. You also learned English purely by listening to commentary. Is that correct?
I went to a Malayalam medium school, so everything which I've learned is by focusing on something which I like. Sports is something which is very close to me, so my average English, which you will hear from me over the next 15, 20 minutes, is what I've learned completely by listening to sports commentary on radio.
That's amazing. And we're going to talk more about your passion for sports as well. Divya, let me bring you in here. And you were actually one of his students. Today, co-founder, partner, and a lot more.
I keep that part out for younger generations. So the story starts, for the other audience, as a teacher. And at the age of 21, I stopped telling people that I'm in this journey for the past 15 years. They say, did you start when you were a child? So at the age of 21, I joined him. And so he's been doing this for the past 18 years, me for the past 15. Started as a teacher, so many hats that we've worn, and I think that's true for any entrepreneur, which we became by choice. And along the way, we've built one student at a time, one step at a time. But today, we go back and see that over the last so many years, we are touching 150 million students across the world. And products in 120 countries, offices in 20+ countries. And really, Abha, a lot of people know us, what you know us for, as say, the world's most valuable edtech company, the largest company. What people don't know us for is what I feel we are most successful for. It is for Education for All, which is our social initiative. And over the last 2 years, we've impacted 55 lakh children from the deepest parts of the country, all over India. Half of them are girls. So we're working with multiple state governments, we're working with Niti Aayog, helping children of border states, close to 1 lakh of them. And that for us, if you ask me what is break-even, for every paying student, we have one child learning with us for free. That for us is a mission. Because education, after all, has the benefit of a double bottom line of doing well and doing good.
Absolutely, and it's not an overnight journey, and that's what you were telling me earlier as well, that there's a solid decade even before people started talking about Byju's as a recognizable edtech company with global investors. One that was one step at a time. You spent weeks traveling all over the country and building this. Share with us, a snippet of that journey to help us get an understanding of really what it's taken to build something of this scale.
Yeah, that's also because media started reporting only the fundraising part of it, which we started only in 2015. Not many people know that I started teaching formally like in 2003, 2004. So 11 years of, I used to go to 9 cities every week. Monday to Friday, 5 cities. And Saturday morning I used to do Bangalore, evening I used to do Chennai. Sunday morning I used to do Bombay, Sunday evening I used to do Pune. Did that non-stop for there was a time where I did this for 4 years without a single day break. Not many people know this. What I'm trying to tell here is there is no overnight success. It's in one sentence, there is no substitute for hard work. Hard work works.
So I'm going to just interweave the personal story here, but we'll keep talking about the business growth as well. But how did this happen? How did the romance happen? Did you propose?
Next question.
I can tell you that. I always used to teach in auditoriums like this or stadiums which are bigger than this. So it's very difficult to notice any particular student. But the ones who joined me as partners, founding partners, 6 of my students. So I started, not many people know again, my founding partners are all my students. 6 of them who started with me 11 years back. All of them are still there is a validation that we have not changed our mission. We would have changed business models, but we have stayed true to our mission of making an impact on students. And it's a big advantage being in the sector. It's very easy to attract talent and retain them. So, and they are the ones who are closest to the action. Even with all the noise which in the media in the last 6-12 months, I have not lost a single one of them. First 300 employees all came from the student base. When we check the count 10 years later, last year in our anniversary, 262 of them are still there. That's our biggest strength. Now, going back to the question on how, so the students how did I select the students who joined me? They were the ones who came and asked maximum questions. So she used to stay back and ask a lot of questions. So she got noticed. And then I don't know when it changed us and we became life partners, but that was more organic.
Question. We don't know what came first, but it's worked out very well. So, you know, there is this whole notion that opposites attract. I say that's a real life phenomenon, not a real life situation. Here, it really helps to have like-minded people on your side, life, work, otherwise. Those who know us say we are like chalk and cheese, very different personalities, but inside our values are exactly the same. So all our addictions outside work is our kids and our family, so, and travel.
You should ask more questions to her. She always complains that I don't let her talk.
So I'll play second fiddle.
I'll play second fiddle.
Know I do.
I always used to get undue credit for, because my name is there. People ask me like, but the fact is, it's all a function of what all my students build the company. So, but today I'm feeling slightly better because of the last 12 months. We've also started getting a lot of undue flack. So it kind of balances out.